Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Repel, and before I get right into this battle, if I could ask you guys a huge favor to leave this like on this video. As you know, these videos are for you and you only. I try to keep them fresh and appealing to my audiences, and if I can get that like, it'll definitely help support this channel. It means a huge deal for me, maybe not to you, but a huge deal to me, so thank you guys yet again. Moving on, we're up against Darwin, and I have to ask you guys to stay to the very end because this battle was very close. It was a very close match. It was a 1-0 match, and my last Pokemon had barely any HP left. So yeah, I mean, looking at Darwin's team, it's only natural that it's a very close match. He doesn't just have a really strong team. Darwin was a very powerful enemy, and I'm just gonna go right into it. No more introductions. I don't want to waste your time anymore. So thank you again for the awesome support that you guys have been providing me so much. Darwin's gonna stand out these Zapdos now, and I kind of know why, because he probably thought I was gonna go with the Ferrothorn, and I really didn't want to go for Ferrothorn because I thought he was just gonna burn my ass with Heat Wave or something. So I led off with the Kyurem. I am Choice Scarf, so naturally, I could go for everything. You know, I could just go for an Outrage, and it might be close enough to kill, but instead I just went for the Ice Beam, because Zapdos is Flying type, but my opponent goes into Rotom. Now, if I had went into Outrage instead, it would be a really nice 2-hit KO on a Rotom-Wash. So expecting the Will-O-Wisp now is very obvious. I'm going to go into my Assault-Vested Guts ability, Conkeldurr. I just basically got a free burn. How great is that? Right off the bat already. And I'm really expecting my opponent to maybe go for a Volt Switch to get out here, so I just decided, what the heck, I'm just going to go for a knockoff. Nothing in this team wants to get knocked off, especially not that Aegislash. Went for a knockoff, and it's almost enough to kill him, but not quite. But turns out he carries the Citrus Berry. That's really great. I'm really glad that I knocked off that Citrus Berry. And from this range, I went for a Mach Punch. It's actually enough to finish off the Rotom. So first Pokemon down is that Rotom, and this Conkeldurr is going to do so much in this battle. You guys will see. Here comes the Medicham now, and Medicham obviously has priority moves, such as Fake Out, such as Bullet Punch, and such as Mach Punch. I don't want to get hit by any of those, not to mention I am burned, so I kind of just have to go into Starmie. Starmie will take a Bullet Punch and a Mach Punch really well, because, you know, Starmie resists Steel and Fighting types. So here comes the Medicham now, and it's really cool to see Medicham these days. You don't really see Medicham as much. It's probably one of the fewer seen Megas, and he does go for that Fake Out, and it's going to do quite a lot, but not enough. Now, I do have a very low chance to kill Medicham with a Hydro Pump. I'm carrying a Life Orb Hydro Pump, but actually my opponent decides to switch out, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's going to be a nice 2-hit KO for this Aegislash. Aegislash Blade does not even take a Hydro Pump that well, but turns out he has leftovers. Very rare to see Aegislash with leftovers, but it's thanks to those leftovers he's able to live another Hydro Pump. But that's not the point. I want to switch out because he's going to go for that Shadow Sneak. It's very obvious. One Shadow Sneak can actually kill me if this Aegislash is fully invested in attack. So I just thought, okay, whatever. If he goes for a Shadow Sneak, it's not going to do anything with Ferrothorn, and if he also has Sacred Sword, I can still live one Sacred Sword. But not to mention, I'm just going to inflict him with Iron Barb's damage. Now, that's not the point why I sent out my Ferrothorn. I really wanted to send out my Ferrothorn simply because I want to use Stealth Rocks. Now, my opponent does have Zapdos, and Zapdos obviously can learn Defog from Generation 4, but I was just like, I don't care. I really want to set up my rocks. And he does go for Shadow Ball. He remains in Blade form comfortably. You know, I mean, that's fine. My only attacks are either Gyro Ball or Power Whip, and from this range, I don't think I can even kill him. But I got my rocks up. That's all good now. And I'm expecting maybe he might actually just go for a King Shield to Scout or whatever, or maybe he even goes for a Shadow Ball. In this case, he does go for Shadow Ball, and I decide to just go for Leech Seed, whatever, you know. It's always great to have Leech Seed because I get double healing. You know, I heal from my leftovers, and I heal with Leech Seed. So that kind of negates my opponent's leftovers as well. That's pretty sweet. So this Aegislash might just kill me after this Shadow Ball, but I'm just like, you know what, Ferrothorn, you did your job. You set up rocks. There's a good chance that Zapdos might not even have Defog, so I'm very proud of you, Ferrothorn. You can die if you wish, but turns out he is going to withdraw, and you know, that's fine. His Aegislash obviously doesn't want to get more leeched, but here comes the Zapdos. It's going to get hurt by the rocks damage, and I just went for a Power Whip. It's the strongest attack, but I missed the Zapdos. Not that it really matters. Now here the Zapdos can go for two things. He can go for Defog, or he can go for Heat Wave. I'm just assuming, it's always safe to assume that this Zapdos has Heat Wave, and actually nothing in my team wants to take a Heat Wave except for Starmie, but again, Starmie will get killed by a Thunderbolt, so I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna stay and go for Stealth Rocks. If he does go for Defog, but he does go for that Heat Wave. It's 4 times effective. Of course, Ferrothorn goes down, but that still gives me, you know, room to send out something new, and not to mention, rocks are still up, guys, so it's very important. I'm gonna go into Nidoking now. Now, Nidoking will get outsped, but, you know, he's gonna withdraw regardless, and I just went for the Ice Beam. You know, if my opponent decided to go for Defog, an Ice Beam probably would have killed that Zapdos, but, he decides to switch out into Aegislash. Now, it's very questionable because, obviously, I outspeed Aegislash, and nothing this Aegislash can really do except is go for a Shadow Sneak. Now, he goes for the very unnecessary King's Shield. That's very unnecessary, because I'm not stuck into Choice Scarf, but my opponent didn't know that. He probably wanted to assume that maybe I was Choice Scarf, but unfortunately for him, I am not Choice Scarf. I am free to go for the Earth Power, and the only thing my opponent can really do now is just go for the Shadow Sneak and do as much as he can before getting hit by an Earth Power, and that's exactly what you're gonna do. It's only gonna do like maybe just like, you know, even below a quarter. I went for a Fire Blast just in case he wanted to switch back into the Zapdos to get the Earth Power, but good thing my Fire Blast did hit. If my Fire Blast missed, it would just be so fucking problematic. Here comes the Greninja now. Obviously he can go for Scald, Hydro Pump, or even Ice Beam, you know, all that protein shit. So, you know, Nidoking's sitting at pretty good health, so I thought I'm still gonna, you know, conserve him, and I'm gonna go to Kyurem now, hoping that he actually goes for a water attack, but he goes for an Extra Sensory. It's protein, he gets that stab, and, you know, all Greninjas are Life Orb, but, you know, Kyurem still takes it surprisingly well. It's not even gonna do half, and he is comfortably staying in, but I am Choice Scarf, and I'm just gonna go for the Outrage, and that will obliterate this Greninja. My opponent no longer has the Aegislash, so I felt very comfortable going for the Outrage. Here comes a Medicham now. Now from this range I'm thinking, you know what, I can actually take maybe one Bullet Punch or Mach Punch, but he goes for a Fake Out first, and I'm kind of glad he went for a Fake Out instead, simply because now I'm free to just switch out. You know, that cancels my Outrage, and I'm free to go into Starmie, expect another Bullet Punch. It's very obvious that I went to Starmie, but my opponent does not want to play any games. He does not want to counter Overprotect, and that's fine with me. And I'm going to keep using Hydro Pump. It's my strongest attack. My opponent is going to send out the Zapdos. Very odd since he still has the Greninja. But, yeah, he's going to go into Zapdos now, and honestly, Zapdos is not going to appreciate a Hydro Pump, but he lives with like 1 HP. I'm sorry, I don't think that's even 1 HP, that's like half HP, 0.0001 HP, but hey, he lives, that's fine. I still outspeed him. I'm going to go for the T-Bolt, and that'll finish off Zapdos. So, you know, it's pretty sweet, finally killing that Zapdos. It's the very first Pokemon we saw, and now Zapdos has gone down. I'm in the lead right now, but as you'll see, this Garchomp of my opponent is going to, tip the scale. He's gonna even this battle. Now he goes for Outrage, and I really knew that. Nothing in my team wants to take an Outrage coming for Garchomp. He outspeeds me, so I know for a fact that clarified it. That has made it official. He is Choice Scarf, and he still outspeeds me, but I thought, you know, I do have a very low chance to live, but of course he finishes me. No, I have a very high chance to live. I think Garchomp has only 25% chance to kill 100% full HP Thundurus, but he killed me, so that kind of sucks now. Honestly, nothing. I only have the Nidoking, the Kyurem, and the Conkeldurr left, so I kind of just have to hope that he hits himself in confusion. But actually, my opponent is not playing the games. You know, he only has 2 Pokemon left, the Medicham and the Garchomp. So surprisingly, he's just gonna fodder off his Medicham simply so that the Garchomp will come back out fresh and not confused. Down goes the Medicham. The crit absolutely did not matter. Medicham has paper thin defenses. Now here comes the Garchomp. It's fresh, it's new, it's not confused, and we know this Garchomp is Scarfed, and Garchomp is faster than Kyurem-Black, and he will outspeed me. We are both Scarfed, but unfortunately he is faster, and of course Kyurem does go down. I had to let Kyurem die, obviously. My best bet is Nidoking now. Nidoking has a very low chance to kill. very low chance. I mean to live. Very low chance to live. If I live, I can potentially go for the Ice Beam, and that shall finish off the Garchomp, but that doesn't happen. This Garchomp is having all kinds of luck. It's rolling high damage, but luckily he did get confused, and here's my last Pokemon now. These are our 2 Pokemon left. This Garchomp has to hit himself Confusion, otherwise I will lose. And luckily for me, he does hit himself Confusion, and yes, I am packing the Ice Punch, and of course, Guts boosted Ice Punch coming from Conkeldurr will destroy Garchomp. And he has the rough skin. I'm like, oh fucking goodness. Like, thank God he doesn't have Rocky Helmet. Otherwise, you know, he would have killed me too. But that was an amazing battle, Darwin. That was a really close match. You know, I haven't fought battles like this. It's always refreshing to fight battles like this. So thank you guys. If you guys want to have battles like this with me, please just, you know, leave a comment under this video and just leave your friend code, and I'll gladly arrange a battle with you. Again, it's been a huge pleasure recording this battle, so thank you guys, and remember to stay tuned for more Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battles. I am out of here.